Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport. We are live here at the final round of the Pro-Am Championship, and we are live here at Kyalami, and the final place of tonight's race. Kyalami started our last season as the starting race and is going to finish the season as our finale. What an interesting night we have ahead of us. I am so excited to get tonight underway, and I'm pretty sure all you guys are as well. Like I said, live here at Kyalami for the Pro-Am Championship, and everything is still all to play for, not just for the drivers, but also for the constructors as well. There is all to play for here tonight, and I'm so excited to bring you all of the action. My name's Dan Davis, also known as Unaltered Dub 16, and we're bringing you all the live action here. And don't forget as well, when we are on our off season, there is going to be multiple events happening as well, so make sure you tune in for all those as well. GT3s to we got the GT7 National Cup that we have usually as well will be up and running for you guys to enter. We also will have our SimPlay versus FBR event as well, so the SimPlay boys and the FBR boys better be getting themselves prepped and ready to go. And then also we are planning to do a Formula 1 race as well, possibly around Qatar, so we'll have all those things ready for you guys to do in the off season. But first things first, let's get all the other things before we get deep down into all the racing here tonight. See, first things first, have a look in the description below to have a look at all of our fantastic sponsors. Design Manchester, Audio Sport and Bozzy Designs as well. All of our fantastic sponsors who've been amazing all season. And like I said, it's been awesome to have all these guys supporting us and being a part of the action here at SimPlay Motorsport. If it's not for them and the drivers and the community, this channel would not happen. And like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure this season being the commentator for the Pro-Am Championship. Like I said, have a look at our sponsors, Audio Sport, Bozzy Designs and Design Manchester. Three amazing sponsors who do so much for us here at the channel. And yeah, give them all a like and subscribe onto their social media, their YouTube, whatever they have for offer. Also as well, while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified so you do not miss any of the action here at SimPlay Motorsport. Because if you think this season was exciting, trust me, next season is going to get even better. We got an admin meeting a week later where all of us admins will come together and try and find out new rules and what the drivers want to see and change as well. So please, drivers and everyone else who is a part of the community in the Discord, please go to the feedback page and say what you have to say, because at the end of the day, this is your channel, this is what you want, this is what we give you, and we just want to give the best that we can here at SimPlay Motorsport. So please have a look at that as well. And let's hear you guys in the chats for the last time. Give me some company here tonight as one of the FBR boys, Pete Williams. Evening all, looking forward to the season finale here at Pro-Ams tonight. And Spider 99ish, come on Dean and John, let's smash this, come on boys. And yeah, that is it. This is what it's all about. This is what we're here for. It is the final of all finals. It is the Pro-Am first and then the pros tomorrow at night. But let's have a quick chat about Kyalami. Like I said, the finale race here, and what an iconic circuit we are at. As trying to look for a drive around trial, we'll go with Playman. It's been around for a while. It's an FIA Grade 2, a capacity up to 100,000 people, and was opened back in 1961. 62 years old is now the circuit. Its current events at the minute holds the Kyalami 9 Hours. It's been running that for a while now. The International GT Challenge, Formula 1 has been here in the past. Superbikes have been here, sidecarts, A1 Grand Prix have been here as well. So it's been an iconic circuit as well. It's full of fantastic corners, tricky corners as well to get right. The track is 4.5 kilometers long, in miles is 2.8, and it's like I said, located in South Africa, north of Johannesburg. And yeah, the circuit has been here for Formula 1 and hosted the South African Grand Prix 20 times among many events, as well as the 1997 South African Grand Prix stands out, as it's particularly remembered for the fatal accident of some marshals and a few others as well involved. So it's definitely a circuit that has hosted some fantastic events, and you know, it's been wonderful for us to race on the ACC platform. It's definitely a different challenge and a different version of the circuit. Loads of iconic corners here. Some of them have got some fantastic names. The cheetah, for example, the crocodiles, the kink, Crowthorne, barbecue, sunset, clubhouse, the S's. You know, some fantastic name, mineshaft. There's some great names around here. But as you can see as well, as the weather started off bright and sunny, we have got rain around. It is just like Spa all over again. I do not really want to talk much about Spa, but the weather is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen here. And right now, it's looking dry, it's looking clear, and it's now starting to have some overcast, and we're starting to get the rain coming in. Like I said, guys, let's hear from you in the chat, and even though it's all come down to this, it has all come down to this. Guys, smash those like buttons. Let's get your support for these guys. Qualifying bans for, though, is this man. He's on a qualifying ban after retiring at Spa. Kelly Davis, sadly. It was his birthday yesterday, and I said my old man, and I want to say a massive happy birthday to Kelly Davis yesterday. The big man himself is possibly looking to take some time out, but we'll see what happens. But Team Audio Sport might be taking a bit of a sideline, but nonetheless, happy birthday to my old man, and I hope he's having had a great day. Also, Josa will be on a qualifying ban as well, as he's repping the FBR colours as they're getting themselves all prepped and ready to go. So yeah, Porsche just needs 2 podiums for its 250th, and that's pretty much the roundup of that. Let's now get into what we're all here for. It is down to 4 drivers in the championship, and one of them is leading the championship and leading the session. It is Nova who leads the way with 734 points to his name. Can he hang on? He's had an up and down season. The first half started off a bit slow, but he is nonetheless put momentum in and put the hard work in, and he's been leading since Spa, so it's only a recent thing that he's now leading the championship. He is up against some really difficult drivers, and none so less is this man, Matthew Duffin, a multiple champion. You know, he's obviously the owner of the league. You know, if you're going to beat anyone, you want to beat the main man himself, and Matt has really been leading this championship all the way. Obviously, due to Nova coming in, we didn't know his pace, we didn't know what he was, and you know, he started getting into that pro pace category, and we started obviously getting the ballast in, but Matt been ballast all the way through, and I got to say he's driven very, very well, considering he has had the ballast and the restrictor on board pretty much all season long. And yeah, it's really down to crunch time. All these championships that he's been involved in has really now come down to this, from his Formula 1 days to his GT5 days. All these races come down to this, and that's what makes him a great champion. Can he hang in there? He's got 721 points to his name. Then it's the Porsche of Flem Speed 1. Again, a man we knew who had pro pace. He come in with a restrictor, well, no restrictor, sorry, but he did have the ballast, and he's just been trailing the top 2 for a while. He's just been thereabouts. He's only 29 points behind. He's on 705 points. Can he really give them a hard time tonight? That is the question. And the man we want to keep an eye on, he's currently standing Pearson, number 8 of John Goudet. He was really Matt's earliest challenger in the earlier part of the season, but he's really just been not quite with the top 3. He's just been in that kind of low area where he hasn't been able to stay on the pace of them, but he has dragged himself back into this championship fight. Spa was a very iconic moment for him. He needed to get those points in, and he has done so. He's only 85 points behind. It's going to be a big ask, as there's only 113 points available, but anything can happen. We do know this at SimPlay Motorsport. Those are your top 4 in the championship. Those are the ones that are going for glory. B. Craig is then best of the rest. He currently stats P5, followed by R. Ritchie. Then it's Max Mulder in 7th with Ian Gray in P8. Then it's M. Tucker in P9 with Kelly Davis rounding out the top 10. Can he hang in there, or will Dean and DJ Phil hunt him down 11th and 12th place? Nikita in 13th, Jay Winter in 14th, Micro J's in 15th, 16th is GT Jimbo, P. Raiden is 17th, 18th is Leon Fernie, 19th is Playman, Fat Bloke in 20th, Dean Wasocki 21st, 22nd Richie 23rd, Cranky Duckhead, Stawson 24th, Josa 25th, MB Pitts 26th with I lost my where I was. John Andrews in 27th, 28th is Dan Johns. Then it's 29th is Sorry, 30th is Michael, and have we got Michael here tonight? I believe we don't have Michael tonight, so no Michael this evening. But Michael in 30th, Eco in 31st, Beady Boy 32nd, Allsborough 33rd, Nuclear Waste 34, and I was calling him Nuclear Warfare for some reason last time out, don't know why. And Pearson is in 35th, with Finesse rounding out the grid. The next big fight is between, well, it's actually, it's down to 4 manufacturers, but realistically it is only down to 2. It is down to 2, and it is down to the Greasy Bandits duo of John Goudet and Dean. I can't even find Dean. Where is Dean? There he is. I'm pretty sure he's on track. There he is. So we got one of the cards. The Greasy Bandit Racing duo. They have got an 84-point gap over the Jaeger Motorsport boys, and we know Dean Wasaki and Matthew Duffin have got a lot of work to do. Dean Wasaki is into the session. So a lot of points to claw back, but anything can happen. Dean can struggle, and the other Dean, you know, so many Deans that I can't keep up with all the Deans. Anything can happen. FSO Racing are still mathematically in it, but it is just Flem Speed on his own. And there's also the Bullet Bandits Racing group, and that's Nova as well on his own. So they're not realistically in this fight, but you know, anything can happen. We know it can. Team Merlot in 5th, 6th is Audio Sport, Iceni Motorsport P7, P8 is Team Richie Corsa, P9 is BT Jaeger Racing, P10 is Team FBR, and Red Dragon Racing brings up the rear. Right. We've done this 10 times this season. We've done it multiple times, but we're going to go through it once again. The format here tonight is obviously how everyone knows it, how everyone understands it. It is a reverse grid order of the championship, and I will read that order out in a moment's time, as I will get a poll out for you lovely people to start voting on who you think is going to be champion here tonight. It is down to those 4. And it is going to be interesting as well. Who will be champion? I said, guys, I want to hear you in the chat. Please support your drivers. Get involved. You know, I want to see all those votes. I want to see those hearts. I want to see everybody supporting their drivers. Let's make this last race of the season one of the best we've ever had here at SimPlay Motorsport. These guys have put on a fantastic show all season long, and yeah, it's fantastic that it's down to 4 at the final round here at Kyalami, and I'm so excited to get tonight underway. And it's not all done after this. Once this is all done, it is then down to the pros, and again down to 4. It is 4 people who are up for it mathematically, and it can go to any one of them. Anything can happen, and that is the fun of motorsport. Anything can happen, but we are down to the top half, and already there's a vote for Duffin, and I know Matt was probably sitting there waiting to do that. So yeah, let's see how tonight is going to go. It is down to 4, and like I said, I'm so excited for it. It's nice to see Hypertech in the chat, aka John Goudet, in the chat saying evening, and as you can see, he has got some pace here. He's looking pretty quick here at Kyalami, and we will see what he can do around this fantastic circuit, an iconic circuit. And of that, we will do a lap around here as we will go on board with Fat Bloke in his black and yellow livery, and he's opted to go in the pits. So we will find another driver instead that's in the final sector, as it's now beginning to rain here at Kyalami. The 32, let's try and find the 32. That's Dean Wasaki. So I gotta remember how to change the cameras. This is fantastic, guys. That's it, camera type. So here we are with a lap with Dean Wasaki around Kyalami. So you want to make sure you get a good exit out of the final corner as you then head down towards turn 1. Turn 1, as you go through the kink, it is all about spotting that braking zone as you go up towards turn 1. Now, it is very difficult to miss your braking into turn 1, but it's all about making sure you execute it just right. So you brake at the 100-meter board, drop down to 2nd or 1st gear, depending on the vehicle, and try and get a good exit as you then run up towards turn 3. Technically, turn 3 and 4, as you then head up towards 5. A really tricky corner to get right, the barbecue, but he gets a good exit out of there as he then heads towards Sunset. Turn 6, very, very fast right-hander. possibly just a dab of the brake, stay in your high gear, and just be patient, wait to put the throttle down, maybe drop down the gear as Dean has done, then heading into clubhouse, braking at the 50 board, get the front end to turn in. Again, the curbs are lethal on the inside, they are horrible, you do not want to run on them. As you then head down towards 8 and 9, downhill S sections, it's very unstable, the car wants to drop as you then hit the dip and then head back uphill towards the top end of the circuit up to turn 10, the hairpin. Blind at first, but you come over the crest, you brake just where the marshal is to the left hand side. You want to lay apex here, try and get the best exit, the best run, and head down towards turn 11, which he's just gone through, heading down towards turn 12, the mine shaft. A very fast left-hander, you shouldn't have to lift. Flat all the way through there, heading into 13 and 14, the crocodiles. Braking, an awkward corner to get right because the braking zone is always, you're always turning and you've not quite got the right room for it. You exit at 14 and then head into the most difficult corner here, 15, the cheetah. That lethal curve, as Dean beautifully executes, is horrible as you then head into 16 for the final corner to get the best exit around Kyalami. And that is a lap around this circuit. And not a completed lap, but a good enough lap to understand what these guys are going through. Jay Will, let's go. Hypertech and Dean, come on, the Greasy Bandits duo. I'm rooting for you from Swans. From Swans 999. I'm guessing Swansea. I'm guessing. But yeah, I'm loving this, guys. Let's hear from you more in the chat. I will read them all out. But a lot of votes going in now, and currently so far the votes are going the way of either Goudet or Flem Speed 1. I mean, both of them have got a lot of work to do. We've got no votes for Nova and only one for Matthew at the minute, but it is looking wet, it is looking horrible now as the rain comes down, but as you can see, the conditions are changing so quickly. They're greasy conditions right now. 10 minutes time, we're meant to be having heavy rain, and then in half an hour, it's all meant to disappear. And with the temperatures here, we're sitting at 20, 25 degrees track temperature. The track will dry up very quickly. We're not in Spa, where it was like 10 to 12 degrees. We are in 25 degrees track temperature, so it will get cooler very, very quickly. It will get warmer very quickly, sorry, and the track will dry out very quick. As you can see, some guys are now coming back out on track after they've done a couple of laps just to do a sighter with these greasy conditions. So it's now two apiece for all three bar Nova, the championship leader, going into this one, and he's the one with the most, he's going to have the most pressure, and he's gone for a very glamorous, I'm going to use, livery. It's a bit ostentatious for me, although I say that, I run the Audi in gold once, and it did me no good. It actually cursed me, so Nova, keep an eye on that curse, because the gold curse is real, I think, and we'll see how he gets on. But out of the four championship contenders, they're all in the top five. The one that's really getting in the mix is Michelle. That Ferrari seems to be fairly quick round here. All three Ferraris are all up there. Richie and GT Jimbo all up in that kind of lap time area as well. Dean just a little bit off the pace at the minute, but it is looking like the McLaren is the strongest car around here. But it's going to be the Ferrari is the one to keep an eye on. The Porsche is another very, very good car around here. Gary 131 tends to go very, very well around this circuit. And like I said, he only runs the Porsche. And I think the Porsche is, well, I say he only runs the Porsche. He's run the Bentley a couple of seasons. Yeah, the Porsche seems to be the best one around this circuit. I'm just looking at most successful around here. As the Porsche Flem Speed 1 comes out of the pits. Most successful, Ripper with, I think that's 3 poles and 4 wins here. Myself with 2 poles and 2 wins. Fury and Gary have both had a pole and a win. Regarding the guys in this session, there's really no one in here bar... no, there's not a PM Motorsport who's had a win here, but really in the AM conditions, that was when we had AM, but nonetheless, it was a win here at Kyalami. But it is going to be interesting to see who is going to come out top dog here tonight. making sure that everybody can hear me loud and clear. And as you can see, John coming into the pits. A lot of people on my Twitch right now are going live, so if you do want to see these guys and you know who they are, then please head over to their Twitches and give them their support. But obviously make sure you come back for the main stream as well. Please don't be going anywhere else, because this is where you're going to see all the great outside action. It is Nova who's currently the last one on a lap time, as Peaceful Explosion, the man who's leading the Pro Championship at the minute, is in the chat saying good luck to the front runners. Hope you all get to see some great racing for the Pro-Am final. And yes, I hope so as well. A reminder to all the drivers, yes, you are all still racing one another. Be a little bit cautious of the championship contenders, but also don't make it easy for them. Don't just jump out of the way. Really give them a good race. Make them work for this, because you don't want to win a championship easily. It's got to be won right down to the wire. So come on, guys, let's hit that like button, hit that heart button in the chat as well. Let's hear from you. I want to hear everybody. This is the final time we will be seeing the Pro-Ams on track. So let's get behind your drivers. Let's support them. Let's give them every bit that we can here on the stream, because it is going to be an awesome night and I cannot wait for it to begin. It is raining, it is starting raining, but it's drying out. I am pretty sure, in my experience, and I know quite a bit now after messing it up completely, this is dry tyres conditions. It's not going to rain anymore. Within 10 minutes it's going to dry out, and it does include the minute that they're sat here waiting. So it is technically, we're in our rain spell right now. It could stop raining in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, in 8 minutes. We just don't know. This is the great thing about ACC. It's so unpredictable, and even when you think you know the conditions, it changes like that. And here is the running order. It is Nuclear Waste who starts on pole position, and as you can tell, guys, I have got the name right. It is Nuclear Waste, not Nuclear Warfare. Don't know what lunatic thought it was that, but either way, Nuclear Waste is on pole position. It is Beady Boy in second place with MB Pitts in third. Cranky Duckhead in fourth with Richie in fifth. Demon Socky starts sixth with Fat Bloke in seventh. I don't know why I'm going from point to point, because you can't even see them. Eighth is Playman with P9 is P Raiden. P10 is GT Jimbo. Micro J's in 11th with Jay Winter in 12th. Nikita in 13th. DJ Phil 14th. Dean in 15th. Kelly Davis in 16th with Tucker in 17th place position. Gray in 18th with Michelle starting 19th. Goudet is in 20th, your first of your championship contenders, with Flem Speed in 21st. Matthew Duff in 22nd. And Nova 23rd. Josa and Leon Fernie back of the pack, because they probably did not confirm in time, and that's the penalty they get. But it is down to this. We are here for the sprint race. It is Nuclear Waste on pole position. And as you can see, the FBR colours of his car, and the same with MB Piss. And you can see, I've just realised what these guys have all done. They've put their FBR colours on. They're showing that they are here to play ball, and they're coming for blood for SimPlay Motorsport. I do love that. And look, do you know what? I am looking forward to the FBR versus the SimPlay night. It is going to be a great night. We're going to have possibly a GT3 race on a GT3 track with GT4 cars and a completely random category as well. Probably not GT3s. It might be GT2 actually. I need to get the final details, but once we do get all that information, we will bring you the action. I don't know who's going to be racing it. I don't know who's going to be broadcasting it yet, but it is definitely going to be a one to watch. Who's going to be on top, FBR or SimPlay? Who knows? I'm definitely going to say SimPlay though, because you know, in SimPlay's corner. We've got to figure out the colours, because obviously they've gone black, yellow and red. We're more of a red, green and white, I would say. So yeah, we will see. But let's end the poll there. Majority of you reckon that Matt is going to be champion here tonight with 7 votes and going out. So majority of you think that Matt is going to win. But let's start this poll. Who's going to win race 1? Who is going to win race 1? As we've got Nuclear on pole. So we've got to put his name on there. I can't even type now. Nuclear Waste. Like I said, guys, please smash that like button. Let's hear from you in the chat, and let's go out with a bang. We'll have BD Boy as well. Why not? But obviously, guys, if you don't agree with me on this, then please feel free to put your opinion in the chat, and see who you think is going to win this one. And I said it is down to this penultimate race of the season. And it's come down to 4. Who's it going to end up with? Is it going to be down to 3? Is it going to be down to 2? Is it going to be still all 4? You just don't know. So please get your votes in who you think is going to win race 1. And as you can see, the track is pretty much drying out already. The rain's already gone pretty much. So as I have a swig. But this is it. The penultimate round of the season. It is round 19 here at SimPlay Motorsport. We are here at Kyalami, the title decider. John Goudet, Flem Speed 1, Matthew Duffin, and Nova, all going for the title. Greasy Bandits versus Jaeger Motorsport. Who is going to come out on top? It is Nuclear Waste on pole position, Aston Martin and McLaren. It's an all-British front row here at South Africa. But we now wait for the green. And we are go here at Kyalami, and as you can see already a few cars fanning out in the background as we get racing, and Beady Boy's had a great start, as has Richie, as they all go up towards turn 1, and there's multiple cars going into turn 1, and there's contact with some of the FPR boys, and there's cars everywhere, multiple cars in multiple positions, but they are all working their way through. Majority of the championship contenders have managed to get through it unscathed. As you can see, Davis and Duffin all in the middle of all this, and Matt and Flemspeed really want to keep themselves out of trouble, but I think John Goudet's got the best start of all the championship contenders. But who is leading after all of that? It is Richie who leads into turn 4 ahead of PN Motorsport as well, who's had a win here in the AM category, and he's had a fantastic start already. But it is Raiden from it's Richie from Raiden from Nuclear Waste with Dean Wasaki Winter. Goudet is up into P6 and looking to try and pass Matt's teammate Nikita ahead of Micro Jason, Flemspeed, Duffin, and where is Nova? He's not really worked his way through the pack. Who's that off? That looks like that's Dean Wasaki. He's off. He's managed to stay right out of the way, and Davis has touched the curb, touched the grass and gone round. So all these drivers slowly getting out of the way of the championship contenders, but it is Richie leading the way at the minute ahead of Raiden after the first couple of laps here. The first lap, sorry, and already excitement and drama, and all the championship contenders have managed to stay out of trouble. John Goudet has actually dropped behind Flemspeed and Matt, so already John Goudet is at a disadvantage. Nova is now behind him as well, so John did look like he had good pace in the dry, but he's just dropped back, and those are those wet, greasy conditions at the start probably caught a lot of drivers out as they're trying to get themselves up to speed. But it's Richie leading the way from Raiden, from Nuclear Waste, and actually PN has the fastest lane at this stage. And here comes Flemspeed 1 on the attack of Micro J's down the inside. He gets the job done. Can Duffin go with him? He looking to the outside, but Micro J's keeps the inside to himself, and Matt looking to try and go around the outside, and he's already got the job done. He's going very, very wide, but he's got it done as Goudet's gone with him, and Goudet gets a better exit, a better run through 4, and he's looking to the outside of the right-hander that swoops around. The pit window has now opened, but Matt holds on to that position, but Flemspeed is the highest of the championship contenders. What else is going on? Has the rest of the guys got going? Yes, they have. Kelly Davis is right at the back of the pack, and he's not got damage, I don't think. He's had a spin, and the Cranky Duckhead's had a moment himself. MB Pitts, who was on the front row, he's dropped to the back. Fat Bloke as well. All these front runners have all dropped to the back of the pack. As we see here, Leon Fernie is on a mission. He's on the back of GT Jimbo. And they've got Nova. Nova has made a mistake. He's run wide. GT Jimbo goes up the inside and gains the position. So that now allows Leon Fernie to come through as well. We've got to stop and go for Beady Boy for speeding in the pit lane. So GT Jimbo is on the attack of Nova. Your championship leader is under some pressure. He stays to the inside and he goes too deep. He goes wide. But GT Jimbo gets the cutback. Nova is off track. He's going to have to concede the position. Into the cheetah they go. And he tries to switch. He doesn't get the job done. Raiden straight into the pits. And Nova straight away goes for the pit lane, and a lot of cars into pit lane. Oh, looks like Leon Fernie might have tapped the back of Nova. but it's Richie leading away from Nuclear Waste, from Winter, from Flemsby, from Matt, from John. So Matt now taking fastest lap of the race and is now hotting up here. The top three looking to try and pull away from this group, and Nova has gone green. Did he get a speeding pit lane fine? That's the question from the contact. No, he is good, but he is still stuck behind cars. He's stuck behind Raiden. He's got Nikita coming out behind as well. A few contacts here and there, but it is Duffin with the fastest lap and trying to pressurize Flem speed. This is all benefiting these guys at the minute as Nova is down in the pack, but it is Richie leading away from Nuclear Waste, from Winter, and then it's your championship fight, and Matt's looking racy. He's got the bit between his teeth and looking to try and make the job happen here in the first sprint race. John Goudet's going with him, but he doesn't need to be he needs to be ahead of the pair of them. He is losing points here, and he's going to be out of the championship as it stands. As you see there, Nova has come back out on track. He's not quite on the back of Raiden, but he's got Davis hunting him down, who's still yet to pit. We go back to the front group of cars as Nuclear Waste is under some immense pressure from Winter. Winter looking to try and go down the inside of the right-hander, and into the Crocodile he goes, but he can't quite get the run to go into the Cheetah, and that's not really an overtaking. Oh, he hits the curb, and Winter loses the rear. He's caught it together, and somehow, some way, he's kept it facing the right way, and just in time as well as the championship contenders come flying up behind him as Micro J's comes into the pits. It is Flem speed right on the rear wing, and I don't think this will hamper him too much. I think Winter will jump straight out of the way for his good friend. As you can see, similar coloured livery. Down the inside he goes. And Flem speed, a relatively easy move. Winter's going to go wide though, and he keeps formation. He keeps the gap between him and Duffin, which is what he needs. GT Jimbo's now stolen the fastest lap of the race. Micro J's has gone. He's gone out of the pits. Meanwhile, it is Nova who's on the back of P. Raiden. How much is PM Motorsport's going to fight? He's going to fight this one out. He defends the inside. He's got to make sure he hits his braking zone, and he looks like he's gone a little bit deep, but he'll defend the inside for turn 2. Nova needs to clear PN as quickly as he possibly can. But we know that Bentley is relatively good around here. He's gone wide. Nova's through. That's what he needed. Richie, meanwhile, has extended his gap, and we can see now Nuclear Waste is starting to become some pressure under Flem Speed 1. Duffin, meanwhile, is being held up by Winter, Flem Speed's friend. As you can see, different coloured liveries, and he's there to support his friend. No point flashing the lights, Matt. You have got no friends out here. At this stage, your friends are further back, and Winter is going to be helping his friend out as much as he possibly can. But Duffin's got to be smart here. He's got to think about the championship. He cannot be wasting his time racing a driver who's not in his group. And Matt goes for the pits. Oh, Goudet thought about it, but GT Jimbo has gone in with him. And I think that was the call that Matt needed to do. He needed to get into the pits, because right now, Nova has now got clean air. Well, I say he had clean air. He's just cleared Fat Bloke. So, or has he? No, he hasn't. He's still on the back of Fat Bloke. So, meanwhile, Nova's trying to clear traffic. These guys are all into the pits. Oh, Nova has a slide on the back end. Fat Bloke's into the pits. And where is Matt? Has he gone green? Yes, he is. And he was one of the first on the front row. And Nova comes down the back straight, and Matt has got his stop done. And I think also GT Jimbo gets out ahead of Nova. No, he doesn't. He falls in behind. So, you got Matt falling in behind Wasaki. No, Dean Wasaki actually allows Matt into turn 1, and that's going to be a car between Matt and Nova. Meanwhile, back to the front, Flem Speed 1 is right on the rear wing of Nuclear Waste. As Simon Blair, aka the Mutsnut, says, good luck, lads. As we can see here, Flem Speed 1 really putting the pressure on Nuclear Waste, as most of you think Richie's going to win this race, and he's looking very good so far in this position in first and leading the way. But how much of that is going to be hampered once these leaders start clearing traffic? But Flem Speed 1 looking for any opportunity to find a way through. Meanwhile, Dean Wasaki's job is to try and hold Nova up as much as he possibly can. And Nova has a moment. He runs wide, and Dean Wasaki's doing his job. He's holding up Nova. Nova's starting to get impatient and flashing the lights at Dean Wasaki. as Flemspeed 1 now opts to pit, but I think it's too little too late. He's in, but Matt is already coming down towards the far end of the circuit, so it is really, I think, too little too late for those two. But Nova still can't find a way through on Dean Wasaki, and Dean Wasaki's just going to hold him out wide. Nova tries to go around the and he's made contact! He's made contact with Dean Wasaki! Nova makes contact with Dean Wasaki, and he spins him round, and into the pits comes Dean Wasaki. Flemspeed 1 has gone green, Goudet has gone green as well, and they've all come out of the pits behind Duffin, and Matthew Duffin has jumped all of them. Nova falls in behind all of them as well. So the Championship 4 are all together, but it is Matt leading the way. Can they do anything about Richie? Meanwhile, Micro J's is on the back of GT Jimbo, possibly being held up because of the Dean Wasaki Nova fight. Here is this gaggle of cars. GT Jimbo is leading that squabble. And GT Jimbo still with the fastest lap to his name.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
It is definitely not over yet. Oh, that is P. Raiden. He's gone off. Not sure what's happened there, but he's had some form of issue going into the right-hander. Yes, I would be a little bit naughty. I think that's a reference to the Nova incident. But Richie's still leading the way. Is he going to opt to pit now? No, he's going to continue going on through. Nuclear Waste is still doing a good job of keeping Winter behind. Winter now pits. Joseph's still yet to pit, as is MB pits. And the leaders then start to come through. Nova's got a lot of work to do to catch the guys in front. Meanwhile, GT Jimbo ahead of this squabble. Nikita's made a mistake. This is going to allow Michelle to have a run at the lime green BMW. And as you can see, he's looking for any opportunity to find a way past is Michelle. And Michelle can't find a way through there, but looks like Micro J's had a moment. And he's now trying to stay ahead of this gaggle as Nova is exiting the final corner. Is he going to stay ahead of Winter? I think he will just. Winter is out and Nova has gone past, so GT Jimbo should get him as well. So Michelle still looking to make a move. Leon Fernie is behind this group as well, so all looking quite dicey further back as Nikita looks to the inside. Micro J's goes very, very wide and still keeps within limits as they're all working their way through the order. Track is now optimum, so we have got perfect conditions now. As Micro J's, Nikita, Michelle, Leon Fernie, this fantastic four-way fight. Micro J's has had a bit of a bad run through the barbecue, and he now heads to the right hand, and there's four abreast. Nikita goes right around the outside. Michelle makes contact with Micro J's, and Leon Fernie capitalizes. He goes down the inside. Is he going to get Micro J's for another pass? Yes, he will. And Micro J's loses 2 places in 2 corners. So still Matt from Flemspeed, from Goudet and Nova. Those are your top 4 in the championship. Michelle, though, still continues on. Richie continues on through, as does Nuclear Waste. Josa is now coming up to the final sector. Is he going to opt to pit now? No, he stays out as well. Stephen Beck in the chat. Bad driving by Nova. Just drove through the Beamer. Yeah, pretty much so. He just was like, I'm coming through whether or not you like it or not. So Nova looks like he's just under some pressure here at this minute. He's not got the pace of the 3 ahead of him. But Leon Fernie on the back of Nikita. Meanwhile, Michelle is still looking to make a move back on Micro J's as they headed to the cheetah. Leon Fernie's at a moment. Leon Fernie's ended up into the gravel trap, into the grass, and now Micro J's and Michelle comes into the corner. Michelle thought that was an opportunity to go through, but not quite. Into the final sector they all go. I believe we've actually lost the drive. I think we've lost Davis. Yeah, I think we've lost Kelly Davis, I think. From this one. Yep, looks like so. But Winter now off the back of the fast group, as Micro J's has now been passed by Michelle. He goes down the inside and gets that job done. Raiden's not a million miles away from that squabble. But Flemspeed is catching Matt Gap back up once again. But we'll see what the top 3 do. They're going to have to pit surely or later. That was Dean. He did that too. I saw that too. Says Peaceful in the chat. Steve Beck should be black flagged. Ooh, I think people are not a fan of Nova right now. But Richie comes into the final corner and he goes into the pits. Nuclear Waste has a big moment through the cheetah and into the pits he comes. Then it's Josa. This should be interesting to see where Richie comes in all this. He's looking good. I think this might be his first race win if he pulls this off. So we shall see. But Matt is leading the group of pitters. But I think, yeah, we have lost Davis, I think. But Richie's in. Does he have a quick stop? Oh, no, please don't tell me it's not gone green. Yes, it has. He's been caught and he's been passed. Matt now leads and he takes fastest lap as well. So Richie goes. Nuclear Waste has gone. Where is Nova? There he is. So your top four leading them out. Richie looked so good at first, but now he's oh god, wrong button. He's now dropped back. Peaceful Stepdad in the chat. Nice to see you in the chat. But it is Matt now leading the way from Flem Speed, from Goudet, from Richie, from Nova. Sorry, Nova from Richie. So right now Nova is losing points to his championship rivals, and not only that, he's got his closest championship rival leading the way and with fastest lap. Matt knows what he has to do. Meanwhile, Josa is on the back of... who is he on the back of? He's on the back of Michelle at this minute. There's loads of fight happening up and down. Dean currently sat in P16, the Greasy Bandits boys, scoring points at the minute, and that's helping him out in the Constructors. Dean Wasaki down in the bottom half, so it's not really helping out Jaeger Motorsport. Meanwhile, Nikita is under some immense pressure from Leon Fernie. He tries to go around the outside of the S's into the dip, and then up towards the hairpin he goes, and he's obviously compromised his run up the hill, but Leon Fernie's got so much more pace right now, and he's swirling all over the place. There's no real downforce on the back of that McLaren at the minute. And Leon Fernie going through the left-hander. Can he find any way through past the BMW of Nikita? He runs wide. Michelle's just behind him as well. But Michelle looking to try and capitalize as much as he can, but he cannot do so. Leon Fernie, meanwhile, is really putting the pressure on Nikita. If he's had a great exit, he should be able to attack into turn one. Down towards turn one he goes. Is Nikita going to send it down the inside? He's going to defend and defend and defend. Leon Fernie's up the inside. A little bit naughty there from Nikita to keep turning in. And Leon Fernie gives him a shove to say, well, come on, lad, give me the room. Meanwhile, Nova has caught Goudet. This is going to be interesting now. John Goudet and Nova find out for the podium positions here. Nova must have either found some pace, or Goudet's really struggling now in that Mercedes-Benz. Your championship leader going against the guy who's probably mathematically going to go out of this race. But Goudet's going to carry on fighting. He wants as many points as he possibly can get going to the end of this race for the Greasy Bandits duo. He wants to try and conceal that Constructors in the bag. Oh, Nova had a moment out of the hairpin, and now he's starting to become under pressure from GT Jimbo. Meanwhile, Nikita is still under some immense pressure from Michelle. Leon Fernie's already caught Nuclear Waste and is right on the back wing of him. Oh, Nikita and Michelle going at it. Nikita shoves him off wide. Some hard racing going on here for the finale here at Kyalami. Is Leon Fernie going to send it up into the Crocodile? Oh, he's made contact. He spun Nuclear Waste around, and Leon Fernie, very naughty of him there. Meanwhile, Nova is back on the rear wing of Goudet as they go down the main straight. The Mercedes will have the grunt, but GT Jimbo is on the scene as well, and he doesn't care about the championship. He wants as much of points as he can possibly get. Excuse me. This is getting exciting. This is getting great. Michelle's finally got the run on Nikita. He's going to down the inside and try and get the job done on Nikita. And he does, and Nikita's got some front-end damage to his car as well, so the BMW driver really struggling. Meanwhile, GT Jimbo has lost out to the two in front, so it is just down to those two now for the third and final place on the podium, and Nova is trying everything to try and find a way past Goudet, but he can't seem to find a way through. John Goudet's probably gone a little bit wide. Nova's down the inside. Is he going to try and challenge him into the left-hander? No, Goudet goes it wide, but he gets it stopped, he gets it turned in, and Nova is struggling to find a way past the Mercedes driver. These are good friends, they're probably in the same party right now, but Nova is going to go round the outside and try and get the run, but he can't because John Goudet's Mercedes is in the way, and it's got enough of a straight line advantage to stay in front. Meanwhile, Flemspeed has gained a little bit of time on Matthew Duffin in front, but not a massive amount. Nova's going to send it down the inside. At the Crocodile, he's sending it. He's lost the rear, and he's not got the job done. Goudet hangs in there. Into the Cheetah. Nova's really trying to pressurize Goudet. He wants this championship.
Right, man. The leader is on the final.
He can see Matt started to outscore him. Nova gets the undercut. But has he got the straight line advantage? No, as Goudet is faster in the straight line. The Mercedes grunt is hanging in there. Nova's going to have to try and think of something better here as GT Jimbo sends it down the inside. Goudet's gone wide. He's gone very, very wide. He's going to keep his foot in it, but Nova goes around the outside, and Nova gets himself up into the podium positions. Oh, GT Jimbo's made a mistake. Nova's made a mistake. Goudet, Nova, Goudet, and Goudet's going to go round the outside, and he gets the job done. Fantastic move there from John Goudet. He is trying to keep himself in this championship hunt more for the constructors, but he's trying his very, very best to hang in there against Nova. I will have to cut to our leader in a few moments' time, who's lost more time to Flemspeed, so Flemspeed started coming back at him. But this is the fight we're focusing on. Matt's now coming down towards the Crocodile. We'll come back to him in a few moments' time. We will see how Nova's gone wide. He's onto the grass. He's going to lose momentum. But we will see where this all pans out. We'll stick with him as they go through the Crocodile, because I think this is Nova's real last opportunity. He's going to try and send it, but he thinks better of it. And I think that is that done. I think Goudet's going to hang in there. But it is Matthew Duffin. After a poor Spa, he comes back for redemption and wins here at Kyalami. Takes fastest lap as well. Flemspeed won in second. And Goudet is going to hang in there, I think, as Nova tries to get the better run. But it is John Goudet who hangs in for P3. Fantastic job from him. Nova is going to finish in fourth. GT Jimbo in fifth. It's going to be Winter in sixth. Richie will finish in seventh. Eighth will be Leon Fernie. Ninth will be Michelle. 10th, it's going to be the way of Nikita, who's just hanging in there against P. Raiden in 11th place position. Dean is going to finish in 12th. 13th is going to be DJ Phil. 14th is going to be Josa. Micro J's just ahead of Nuclear Waste. MB Pitts comes home for 17th place as well for him. And Playman, massive damage to the front end of his car, but he comes home for 18th place position. Ian Gray's got damage as well. Fat bloke to the back of the pack. It has been a bit of a dramatic one, but it is Playman comes home for 18th. Ian Gray in 19th place, or is it? Fat bloke's coming for him, and no, Ian Gray will finish in 19th place position, as Fat Bloke will come home for 20th. Dean Wasaki is going to finish in 21st. So Dean Wasaki in 21st position. Then it's going to be the Cranky Duckhead, Beady Boy for 22nd. And Tucker retirement, as is Kelly Davis as well. But it's Matthew Duffin who takes the first strike here at Kyalami. And what a dramatic first race that was. There's cars everywhere in turn one. But we'll be back in a few moments' time with an interview, hopefully with two of the drivers. And yeah, we will get back to the action in just a few moments' time after this short break. So we shall see you in a few moments' time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport and the first dramatic start of the night. And we started with 4. It's down to 3. And sadly, John Goudet is now mathematically out of the championship, but he is focusing purely on one thing and one thing only. He is looking at the Constructors. But before we get into that, let's have a quick chat with our top 3. Sadly, no Flem Speed. We've not really had him all season, but I can understand why. I spoke to him briefly. He's German, and his German's great. Obviously. His English. Yeah. I understand why he doesn't come in for interviews. But we'll start with John. And I don't think you've ever had to defend as hard as you just did just then.
No, I was sweating a little bit there. I just knew I had to keep the inside line, but honestly, fair play to Nova. He put up a good battle there, and like all credit to him. Coming into the race, I knew what I had to do. It was just executing it. I knew I had the pace, so.
Obviously, you were a part of the Mighty Four. I bet that was probably nice to have a moment of, being in the championship fight for the 4. But let's be honest, it wasn't really about the drivers this season, was it? It was all about the Constructors.
No, I mean, at the beginning, I had a good couple of rounds. Zolder was decent. Okay, I had a little bit of a mishap on Zolder. Obviously, it's a long time ago now. Well, it feels like a long time ago now. But yeah, as soon as I got to Nürburgring, I knew that the car wasn't that pacey around there, and I just weren't getting the speed of what I was around Zolder or Donington. And then I was going into the next race after Nürburgring, and it was the same.
Just an uphill battle from there.
Yeah, it was an uphill battle, and I mean, I have been caught out with a few back markers slowing me up, but again, this is racing. It's going to happen, and obviously this season it wasn't my. But I've got to put it to Matt, Flem, and Nova. They are out of my pace. To be fair, realistically, they're all pro drivers.
Yep.
But I'm glad that I've managed to stick kind of with them and put the fight down to the last race. Do you know what I mean? It's taken a lot to do, but yeah, I've managed to. I've come away happy with it. Do you know what I mean?
How is the Mercedes feeling around Kyalami?
Oh, but it feels awesome. I've done practicing, and I was just shocked on how it was sticking, and I don't know what it is. It's just love, and I never used to like this track. That's the thing. I hated this track. And coming into the season, it was a bit of a gamble going on to the AMG, because I've heard loads of stories that you've got to get the right setup for it to stick and all this sort of stuff. And I think I'm doing well with it. So.
Well, you are the best of the rest of the Mercedes drivers, but nonetheless, mate, congratulations on the P3. Commiserations on the championship. But I do have to get one name. Matt, Nova, or Flem Speed? Who's it going to be?
I think it's going to be out of Matt or Flem. Flem's good on his day around it. He was pulling away from me in race 1, so I think it's going to go down to Matt and Flem. I can't tell between them two, so.
Well, congratulations nonetheless on the third, and best of luck for the constructors. It's down to the last race.
Thank you.
And we do move on to your race winner, who's currently sat in second at the in qualifying. And Matt, you weren't overly happy with Spa, let's put it that way. The admin's definitely got an earful for that one. But I think the championship leader curse has played in place a little bit here. You go into this one behind Nova. You now take a race win. You took fastest lap. What more could you have done in that race? You know, it's back in your hands.
It's back in my hands, but yeah, what a difference a week makes. Just great racing. Between me, Flem and Nova, since it's been 40 kilograms each. No different weights, no different restrictors. It's been a fair fight. It's been a great battle.
Obviously, you came into the season. We all knew the scenario. Pro-Am. We've seen how I'd done in there. Wasn't really fair. You wanted to find a way to make it fair for you to race these boys evenly. We went with the weight and restrictor.
Yep.
Do you still happy to go with that, or would you prefer to go with an older vehicle and have it no restriction?
I was happy to go with that. Not that you could have told last week. No, I was happy to go with that. Me and Flem was having good battles with that. Even because he had the 40 kilograms but no restrictor, so I was happy with that. Obviously a little disappointed that nobody gets something a little early. Obviously his pace starts to come rapid, very quick, but that's what it is. That's what was decided. We had to race with it. Very frustrated week last week. Out of my control. There was an incident and I got caught up in front, and then obviously the surf reset meant it went from wet to dry. That I knew Nova had the pace over me in the dry. This week though, we've kind of been matching in the dry, in the wet. I feel like I've got the pace over him. But tonight it was getting through that field and just head down. We followed Flem for a little bit, got behind Ian Gray, I believe it was. And we was right up behind him, and it was a no-brainer to pick that lap. Don't fight him, get in the pits, see where we could come out. I was surprised to come out in the lead, but yeah, good race.
Very good strategy indeed, and it helped you out. You're currently on provisional pole at the minute. That's another point into your favour if you can hang it in there. The final race of the season, it has come down to 2 points. The constructors look like it's slipping out of your fingers, but it's purely got to be drivers now.
It's just drivers. There's no more thinking about the constructors. I think they need to outscore. They need to outscore us. I think by 25 points as a team to win that. We've got to outscore them by 83. That's a big tall ask. They pretty much need 2 disconnections before 75% and can't get back in for me and Dean to cash out. So that's all but done. So it's now focused on the drivers. It's been a difficult season team-wise, but yeah, we know what we focus on tonight.
What's the mindset going into the last race?
Just eyes on the prize, really, eyes on the circuit, focusing, looking forward. Not taking my eyes off what I need to do, keeping my eyes on that timing screen just a little bit to see where Nova is in race 1. And it's pretty much the same here at the moment, eyes on the prize and go for it.
Well, best of luck for the final race of the season, and congratulations on the win and the fastest lap as well.
Thanks, buddy.
So there you go, there is your top 3 drivers, and let's have a quick run through of the championship standings. As you can hear, Matt is now leading the way. He's got 2 points between him and Nova. And Flem Speed is still mathematically in it, but there is 22 points separating the top 3. It has got to be a lot to be asked for Flem Speed to win this, but it is still doable. We know anything can happen at SimPlay Motorsport. It just takes Matt and Nova to come together, and it's all back in Flem Speed's hands. So anything is still possible here at SimPlay. John Goudet finally gets knocked out of the top fight, and sadly he will have to finish 4th. He's not really going to get caught by anyone else, but nonetheless it's been a fantastic season for him. First of the non-restricted drivers to really take it to the restricted drivers, so he could be proud of himself for P4. Michelle is in P5 with Craig dropping down to P6. I don't think B. Craig is even here with us tonight, so that's why he's dropped down the order. So he's going to probably drop even further. As Ian Gray is in 7th, Max Mulder 8th, Tucker 9th, 10th is Dean. 11th is DJ Phil, Nikita 12th, Davis in 13th, and we found out he was suffering with internet issues, and it's completely dropped out. He's just messaged me, and yeah, there's no internet, and I don't think he's going to come back for the final race. So Kelly Davis in 13th, and he'll drop further down behind the rest of the guys around him. Winter in 14th, GT Jimbo 15th. Micro J's in 16th place position. Leon Fernie 17th, 18th is Raiden, 19th Playman, 20th is Fat Bloke, Dean Wasocki 21st, Richie 22nd, Cranky Dog 23rd, Josa 24th, Stawson 25th, MB Pitts 26th, Andrews 27th, 28th, there's Johns, Evans is 29th, with Beady Boy 30th, Michael 31st, Colin 32nd, Allsbrook 33rd, Nuclear Waste 34, Peterson 35th, and Finesse bringing up the rear. And it's down to 2 constructors now. It is Greasy Bandits Racing versus Jaeger Motorsport. Who is going to come out on top? And it's looking more and more like it is in the hands of the Greasy Bandit duo. It's going to have to take a lot for Jaeger to win the championship here. FSO Racing is now P3 with Bullet Bandits in P4, Team Murloc P5, Team Audio Sport P6, Iceni Motorsport P7, P8 is Team Richie Corsa, P9 is BT Jaeger, P10 is FBR, and 11th place is Red Dragon Racing. Manufacturers, it's McLaren, Ferrari, BMW, Lamborghini, Porsche, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Bentley, Audi, Honda, and Nissan. And that is that. And at the minute, it is Matt, I believe, who's still setting the pace. No, it's Flemspeed who's gone fastest. Michelle's gone quicker as well. So the pace is always now starting to come up. Flemspeed is now the man who's looking to try and take the pole fastest, the extra point away for setting fastest lap. Let's get a bit more car sound. And yeah, Flemspeed setting the pace now. Who's currently on a lap? It is the 666 of Ian Gray. He's in the final sector. And then it is the 888 of Nikita just behind him on another valid lap. So he comes to the line, Ian Gray, no improvement. Then it's Nikita, 8 tenths off. He now gets within, 4 tenths. He gets a little bit closer. Now we see who else can improve. The 38. Where is the 38? There is Dean. Dean comes to the line, and he goes 13th. Nova, though, he comes to the line. Any improvement? He's currently 4th. No improvement. He's behind his championship rivals at the minute. The 555, that is Fat Bloke to the line. Any improvement? No, he stays where he is. Goudet, 7 tenths off. Still no improvement. So these guys are now starting to hit that wall. Flemspeed 1, currently on pole position, but under pressure from Michelle to the line. No improvement. He stays provisional pole. Where is Duffin? There he is in the final corner. Winter across the line, and no improvement from him. Has Matt pulled the lap that he needed? He goes fastest overall. He takes pole position back from Flemspeed. Exactly what he needed. The 32 now on a lap. That is Dean Wasocki. He's into the final hairpin. Currently 22nd. Davis was meant to be on a qualifying ban as well, but he is not here for the final race due to the internet. Dean Wasocki, does he improve? No, he does not. The number 7, that is Richie. Looks so good in race 1 to the line. Any improvement? He does. He goes P10. There is improvements happening all over the place. 53, that is DJ Phil. Across the line last time as an Audio Sport driver, and no improvement from him. Is Ian Gray just behind him? He improves and goes up to P7. Then it's Playman just in the background at number 18. No improvement. As we guys will get their last couple of laps in. And Dean, the Greasy Bandits duo, he's been struggling here apparently at Kyalami to the line. He finds improvement. He gets 1.2 with the leaders. Then it is Nova. He's 3 tenths off. Any improvement? No improvement. Nova is struggling here. In qualifying, we look to the Cranky Duck Head. Flem Speed 1 currently on an invalid lap, so he's on to his final lap momentarily. But the Cranky Duck Head coming to the line, and this is the last time we'll be doing qualifying. He improves, he goes into 16th as Flem Speed prepares himself for his final lap in the Pro-Am category here at Kyalami. Matt exits the final corner. Is an improvement? No, it's not. This is it. This is down to these last laps here. This is the last part of qualifying we will have this season. And it all comes down to this. Duffin and Flem Speed have the edge over Nova. They've got a car between them. It is Michelle who's on an invalid lap, but he will get another lap in, I think. Just about. DJ Phil is on his last lap. I think he's going to struggle to get there in time, but DJ Phil in the Lamborghini doing it for the Team Audio Sport remix. He exits the final corner as Michelle did get one more lap in. Dean Mustafa, DJ Phil to the line. No improvement. That is Ian Gray in the background spinning. It is then Nova who's next to the line. He comes into the final few corners, into the Crocodile, leading up towards the Cheetah. And he tries to nail the Cheetah as much as he possibly dares into the final hairpin. Running gold. Is he going to have gold tonight? Is he going to be on the front row? Nova to the line, 3/10 off. Finds time, but does not get in front of Michelle. So at the minute, Matt still on provisional pole, but this man can steal it all the way. The Porsche has been so good here, but it's going to go away. Flem Speed is done. Is Matthew Duffin going to improve? Rub salt into the wound. He's on the back of Winter, but if he does get in front of him, final corner. Matthew Duffin on provisional pole. And he improves as well. 2/10 over Flem Speed 1. It is now down to Michelle, and Michelle has been looking very, very quick round here. Into the final few corners through the Crocodile. The Ferrari has been really good round this circuit and is looking good here. Michelle, great through the Cheetah. Exactly what he needed. Into the hairpin. Pushing right to the end. Is he going to snatch pole away from the championship rivals? Michelle to the line. No improvement. He stays where he is. And that is that. It is Matthew Duffin who takes pole position and the extra point. It is now 3 points separating them. As P. Williams in the chat, that gold on the car is obviously much weight. It's carrying a lot of weight indeed. And we shall see how that all pans out as they come into the final time here this season. It has been a fantastic season. It has been awesome to see, but who is going to be the winner here? Who is going to be the champion of champion, winner of the final race tonight? Come on, guys, let's see you in the chat. Support your drivers. It is Matthew Duffin who takes pole position. It is Flem Speed as well on the front row. He's got a lot of work to do, but he is in the right place to do it. And we shall see how he gets on. And Richie really is the one that could cause all sorts of chaos here. Really has nothing to lose, can do anything he wants. And he wants to end the season on a high and get a win. And he does not care who is in his way. There we go. Who do you think is going to win the final race of the season? Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified. While you're at it as well, scroll down into the links below in the description and have a look at our fantastic sponsors as well. We've got Bozzy Designs, Design Manchester, and Audio Sport as well. So please give them all a fantastic follow. Give them a like on all their social medias, all their platforms, and please, this is why we are able to have SimPlay Motorsport. This is why we're able to give you all this action, because of the amazing community that we have here, the amazing staff that we also have in the background who, you know, it gives me an opportunity to actually say thank you to everybody here at SimPlay Motorsport to give you the show that you guys want to see. You know, the admins do a lot of work in the background to make sure that, you know, it is fair for everybody here at the channel, from console to, you know, no matter what country you're in, no matter age or anything like that. So I want to say a massive thank you to the entire team, the admin team, from Matthew Duffin to Mike Matthews, Peaceful Explosion, and also PN Motorsport and John Goudet, all 5 of us help run the channel. And also a massive thank you to our stewards, because if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be able to keep us all in line and make sure that we have great racing. At the end of the day, they guys do it all voluntary. It's all from the kindness of our heart, and we want to show you guys that we want to put the show on. None of us make any money from this. It is all like a hobby. It's a community, and this is a massive thank you to the stewards to take their time out to help run the league. So that's a massive thank you to Sutty Apex, and again John Goudet, Matthew Duffin, PM Motorsport, and Mike Matthews, all those guys for stepping in and helping out doing the stewarding. And also thank you to the like I said, the sponsors, Peaceful Explosion, Audio Sport, and Design Manchester, Audio Sport, and Bozzy Designs. Bozzy Designs for the fantastic overlays this season. It's been fantastic to have all those fancy gadgets. And also thank you to Audio Sport for the continuation of supporting the channel. And also a massive thank you to Design Manchester as well, who pretty much pay for the server and gets us running here at SimPlay Motorsport. And obviously the one last thank you that I need to do is thank you to the commentators that take their time out to help them out. I do obviously think that myself, Matt, and PN do give up a lot of our time so that we can bring you this great racing. So a massive thank you to the other two. And a massive thank you to all the community. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting your drivers, being here and being a part of SimPlay Motorsport. Again, it's not just the drivers who make it SimPlay Motorsport, it's the viewers as well. You guys love the racing here, and we continue to give you great racing. Make sure you stick around, because the off-season is going to be some interesting races, some fun-packed racing ahead of us. We've got the SimPlay versus FBR. We've got GT7 coming back once again for its Nations Cup. We've got a brand new car, and we've got brand new conditions as well. Some snow and dirt for you as well to see in that. And Formula One will be making its return as well for a quick race around Qatar. Pete Williams thinks it's Duffin's to lose, going to T10s, 45 minutes nonetheless. A great effort by all involved to make it worth it, so it has become. Thank you so much to FBR and all you boys for joining us in the league. It's been fascinating, fantastic to have you here, and it's fantastic, and I hope all you guys come back next season signed up, ready to go for our brand new season that starts ahead. But it is down to 3: Matthew Duffin, Flem Speed 1, and Nova. Will Michelle do anything in the background? What will Goudet do further back, as he seems to have pace around this circuit? But it is down to the top 3 who is going to be coming on top. Most of you reckon that Duffin is going to win this race. It is Matthew Duffin's to lose. Actually, no, Nova's equal on it as well. So who is going to be win? 45 minutes for the last time. For the last time this season, we will wait for the green. And we are green for the final time here at SimPlay Motorsport Pro-Am Season 4 as we head up towards Turn 1. It is Flem Speed who's got the jump already on Matthew Duffin as they head up towards Turn 1. And already Michelle looking to the inside of Turn 1. And Matt gives a wide berth going into Turn 1. But Michelle's right there and is going to push Matthew right to the limit. And Matt's got to give his championship, and Nova is looking to get involved as well. Michelle sticks out on the inside, and Matt is stressing already because he's got a championship contender breathing down his neck while the other one's pulling away. Flem Speed with the jump that he needed. And yes, this track is in South Africa. And we are racing here at SimPlay, and Matt is under some immense pressure from Michelle straight away. Meanwhile, Tucker's had a great start. He's moved his way up behind Nova. It's now the times update now, and Nova flashing his lights at Michelle saying, come on, get out of my way. I need to get after my championship rivals. And Matt is now ahead of Nova because Nova's cleared Michelle. Michelle jumping right out of the way. Leon Fernie is now starting to creep onto the back of these guys, but it's Flem Speed 1 who leads the way. All these guys want to finish the season on a high and on a win. That is Tucker in the wall. Tucker has been in the wall. He's had some form of incident as the rest of the pack come feeding through. And they all come through the orders, but it is Flem Speed 1 into the Crocodile from Matthew Duffin from Nova, who's still under some immense pressure from Michelle in the background. And just further back, you can see Winter. I think that was going wide. No, it was Richie. After a great start, he's having a poor start in race 2. And Dean's going to go down the inside. He's just got to keep himself out of trouble and score points for his team. But Matthew Duffin now on the hunt for Flem Speed 1. And Flem Speed 1 down into turn number 1. Nova, fastest lap of the race. Nova has got it all to lose right now, and he is behind his championship rival right now. So Flem Speed 1 in the place he needs to be, but he needs the 2 behind him to have some form of problems. Meanwhile, let's look further back. There is still other stuff going on here at the channel, and it's Ian Gray who's under some pressure from DJ Phil, looking to come up towards the barbecue. Down the inside, Fat Bloke runs wide and struggled to get some grip behind DJ Phil. The dirty air now starting to affect some of the cars as they head towards the back end of the circuit, but it's still Flem Speed from Nova, and Nova's really got to be cautious here. He's got to take his time. He needs to pass these cars cleanly if he is going to make his way through. It is down to the top 3, and the top 3 are going to put on a fantastic show. That Porsche really struggles in a straight line, but in the corners it is fantastic. Meanwhile, Michelle and Leon Fernie are going with the top 3. What has happened to John Goudet? I think we've lost John. Where's John Goudet gone? I can't seem to find him. Yeah, John Goudet's disappeared. Michelle, Leon Fernie, Windsor. Yeah, John Goudet's out. John Goudet has either been disconnected. He has been. Wow. So Constructors is back on. Flem Speed leading the way. Still Matt and Nova going at it. They're the closer fight at the minute. Halfway point, I will change the who you think is going to win this race to get your votes in on who you think is going to win the race, and then we'll get a vote in for driver the championship at the end as well. But Matt having just to defend every corner. Nova runs a little bit wide going through the barbecue as Michelle tries to get a little bit closer. John Goudet, as long as he gets in and score points, then that's him definitely stealing the Constructors. But John Goudet out of this race. Once again, Nova's back under some pressure from the Ferrari behind. Meanwhile, Ian Gray's got Fat Bloke, Dean, Nuclear Waste, and Dean Wasaki all behind him. All that is Joseph running a little bit wide as well. Micro J's looking to the inside, but he can't quite get the job done there. GT Jimbo down the inside. Yes, they do race until the time runs out. So they'll start the final lap. They'll do all the way till the time runs out, and then they'll do their last lap. Well, if it's, you know, yeah, they'll complete the lap basically. So Duffin's still ahead of Nova. There's all sorts of chaos going on behind. DJ Phil has now cleared Ian Gray. We got this squabble of cars. As we got MB Pitts going at it with Dean Wasaki, and Goudet has got back in. Tucker also got back into the pits. There's people having some form of internet issues at the minute. We lost Davis earlier on, so as they all run through the right-hander, the two ICE Motorsport boys running together. But John Goudet has got himself back into the race, so he will be able to fight. Nova has caught Matt a little bit more. 4/10 is now the gap. Leon Fernie's just dropped off the back of Michelle. Michelle's just hanging in there with the top 3. That Ferrari definitely got some pace around here. Meanwhile, DJ Phil is still under some immense pressure from Ian Gray, who's got pressure from Fat Bloke as they head in towards the end of the first sector. I think John has managed to get himself out on track. No, he's still in the pits. He'll be locked there for a minute or two. So there's all sorts of fights going on. Joso is now extending the gap to GT Jimbo. Then you got the two ICE Motorsport boys together. MB Pitts, Dean Wasaki, BD Boy, and Playman. Flem Speed takes fastest lap, but he's now lost all that time that he gained, and he's now got Matt and Nova right behind him. You're 3 for the championship, all going at it at the front. And Nova trying everything to find a way through. Michelle currently in safe length at the minute. He's not getting involved just yet, but anything could still happen. And Michelle was probably hoping for the championship contenders to be too worried about himself that themselves that he'll end up just sneaking past. We ain't looking to have any rain here, so it is meant to be dry all the way through. And this is the tense bit, the pit window, waiting for the pit window to open. And Matt's hunting, Nova's chasing, and Flem is having to defend. Matt's got all the work to do. He's attacking and defending. And you see the McLaren's a little bit better in a straight line than the two in front. And Nova gets closer and closer. What else is happening? Fat Bloke has got past. Whoa, look at this, guys. Fat Bloke gets through as Dean has passed DJ Phil, who's got Ian Gray in the middle of all this. And here comes Nuclear Waste. DJ Phil flashing the lights at Dean. I'm not sure why, as they head up towards turn number 1. And there's two. Oh, DJ Phil has a moment. And off into turn 1 he goes, and Dean goes hanging on in front as Ian Gray goes around the outside, and he hasn't got that job done. He actually runs into the grass and has to straight line it, but they're all hanging in there. Meanwhile, Flem Speed is under some immense pressure, and Michelle's coming back at the top 3 once again. Nova having to sit and watch the top 2 batted it out and hoping to pick up the pieces. Nova is exactly where he needs to be. If anything happens between the top 2, he needs to let them fight. And Matt looks to the inside, but can't get the job done on Flem Speed. Flem Speed's run wide through the hairpin, but he's managed to gain it all together. And here comes Michelle. He's only now 9/10 off of this fight. And if it keeps going the way it is, Leon Fernie's going to get himself back into this fight. There's all sorts of chaos going on here. Iceni Motorsport PN has worked his way past this gaggle of cars with Micro J's. They're working together to clear this group, as Dean is the lead car in it. We go back to your top 3, where it all matters. As it's Flem Speed from Matt, from Nova. You couldn't script it any better. I think we've got it perfect this season. We've nailed it to the end. Flem Speed leading away from Matt, from Nova. Nova's getting braver, but here comes Michelle. The Ferrari driver has joined the back of the pack. Leon Fernie does fastest lap of the race. That's a point stolen away from the group in front. So it is all happening at the front. Meanwhile, you've got this fight going on. Fat Bloke on his own now. But Josa, Ian Gray, GT Jimbo, Micro J's, PN, Nuclear Waste, there's all sorts of carnage behind. There's Richie, he's under some pressure from Playman. I think Playman's going to try and send it into turn 1. Yes, he is. The Lamborghini driver sending it into turn 1. Is he going to get it stopped? Yes, he does, and a great move there from Playman. Meanwhile, we go back to the top 4. Leon Fernie, fastest lap of the race. He's just starting to creep in. Matt has had a great run down the S's. He's right onto the back of Flem Speed. And to the outside he goes. He wants to try and get a better exit. Nova's not really there. He's focusing purely on the car behind. He's got Michelle breathing down his neck. And that's the last thing he could do with right now. He does not want the Ferrari. Oh, Nova a little bit late on the brakes and a little bit of movement there. Flem Speed 1, really, as Nova's made a mistake. He ran a little bit wide. Michelle had a small opening. He thought, oh, this might be my chance, but he has to try and pass him cleanly if he's going to try and overtake him. But Michelle is pressurizing the McLaren. Nova's under some pressure from the car behind. Meanwhile, what else is going on? Not really much. They're all kind of following one by one at the minute. DJ Phil is still under some immense pressure, or putting pressure on MB Pitts. And yeah, everyone else kind of spaced out now. We go back to your top 4. But I agree in the chat. Peaceful Michelle having a great race in 4th. But what do you do if you're Michelle? You've got more pace than the cars in front. Oh, Leon Fernie's at a moment. He's dropped down the order. He's dropped behind Winter. Winter moves up for position. But what do you do as Michelle? You're sitting there and watching the top. When you're quicker, you want to get involved, but what do you do? Well, end of those majority, you reckon that Matt's going to win this race, but it's Flem Speed leading the way. We'll now get winner of the championship. As they head down towards the S's, and I know Flem Speed will just have to make that car as wide as he possibly can. Matt's starting to flash the lights and saying, come on, man, you're holding me up. Get out the way. And I do think Matt has got more pace at this minute, but it's difficult to overtake around here. So Matt has to play it smart. Right now, he's doing everything he needs to do to win this championship. It is Matt who's going to win the title as it stands, with Nova in second and Flemspeed not doing enough at the minute. He's doing everything right. He can still fastest lap, but it's still not enough right now. Oh, Flem's had a big moment. He's had a big moment. And that's going to allow Matt down the inside. He gets the job done. And Nova goes through as well. Another moment in this championship. Matt leads the race, but he's got Nova right behind him as they head up towards turn number 1. Flemspeed right behind Nova. They split each other. They're going 3 by 3 into turn 1. Nova up the inside, Matt on the middle. Flemspeed on the outside. Flem's been hit by Michelle. Michelle has hit Flemspeed, and that is pretty much his championship done. Ah. That's the one thing Michelle didn't need to do. He got involved in the championship fight and contact is made. But now it's down to your top 2 in the championship, Matt versus Nova. We've had our night race, sadly, but yes, we probably should have. But either way, it is Nova who's still putting pressure on Matt. Matt can now try and get his head down and focus on extending the gap to Nova. But Nova's right there. He's caught Matt napping, but Matt's had a much better middle sector. But Flemspeed won. Oh, man. He's done everything right through that race, and just one little mistake into the hairpin has put him right down the order now. He's dropped behind Leon. He stayed ahead of Leon Fernie. But when it rains, it pours. Flemspeed pretty much done for the title now. It is Nova versus Matt. Who is it going to be? I'm going to lose my voice before the end of this. Oh, there's more chaos going on down here. GT Jimbo's off with Josa looking like he's had a moment as well. They've all dropped down the order. They were in this squabble, and they've all dropped down. There's Fat Bloke. He's also got damage to the front end of his car. Oh, man, look at all the damaged cars, and a few of them all managed to get out unscathed. Micro J's is up into the top 10. Nuclear Waste is up into the top 10 as well. Sorry, top 11. So a few cars getting caught up in a little bit of drama. But it's now back to the top 2. It is Matt versus Nova. As Matt right now looking to hold on to the lead at the minute. Nova in second, but Nova's trying to, I think he means to the channel, Peaceful. But Michelle, just out of reach of these two, they're pulling away at the minute. So these two, Nova's trying to put the pressure on him. But Leon Fernie still holds that fastest lap. Flemspeed's pulled away from him, so anything can still happen between the top 2. We'll see how they get on. GT Jimbo's recovering himself with Josa, and I think everyone else is pretty much in formation behind. Looks like Nuclear Waste is looking to try and find a way on Micro J's. Just ahead of him is Ian Gray and Dean. The pit window has now opened, and like William says in the chat, we'll probably sort out a donation page at some point, but yeah, we don't have anything set up for that at the minute, but we might look into try and getting something like that. Oh, Nova's made a mistake. Nova's made the mistake, and that's going to allow Duffin to hang in there. If you want to see more great action, make sure you tune in tomorrow night, because the pros will then hit the track as their final time. And again, it's 4 drivers for the championship. Overtaker, Alex Powell, Dan Davis and Mike Matthews, all for the championship. So tune in for that one. It is not done yet. There's all sorts of action still to come this week. Tomorrow night is those boys, as GT Jimbo couldn't be any further up the back end of that Porsche. And GT Jimbo looking for an opportunity to go through, but he can't find a way at the minute. We've got a couple of guys in the pits. Dean at the minute, or Goude's done his stop, and he's basically done enough already to basically keep the championship for the Constructors. And Dean's doing a great job as well, helping that out, as Dean's gone green and he'll be on his way out. But it's down to the top 2 at the minute in the championship. And on track, it is Matt versus Nova. But Matt doing everything he needs to do at the minute to take another Pro-Am championship. Winter there just making a little bit of mistake just ahead of Leon Fernie, and DJ Phil having a slide as Leon Fernie's going to send it up the inside of Nikita. Got the job done, and through he goes, but Nikita gets the undercut, and Leon Fernie comes to cover him off. He's covering, and he's got the job done, and through upper place goes Leon Fernie. A great little move there. Matt and Nova coming through. I know for a fact that Matt definitely has most of the guys here do have some steering wheels. But yeah, most of them do run steering wheels. There's only a handful that are actually on the pad, the controller. So yeah, most of them do run the steering wheel and their own sim rigs. As Flemspeed, yeah, he probably should do the undercut. But right now, he's a little bit off the top guys at the minute. He needs something to really start happening as Leon Fernie is coming to the pits, and that McLaren has seen better days. He has gone green now. He's the only one to come into the pits, so that's interesting to see. But right now, MB Pitts is just ahead of Playman. He's looking to try and find a way through on him. But your top two have now spread out. It is now Matt gaining the time at the minute, 1.4 ahead of him. It's been absolutely great race. Flemspeed's had no, I thought he had another moment, but no. It is Dean Wasaki now in the way of Michelle. He'll be getting blue flags, and he moves straight out of the way. So good job there from Dean Wasaki. And Flemspeed's flashing a light at him to say get out of the way. And I believe he has jumped out of the way. Yes, he has. So great job there from Dean. Great to see the fair sportsmanship. But Matt's still leading from Nova. And I think Nova's got a lot of work to do now. The pit window has opened, so they've got 11 minutes still to pit within that window. And a reminder as well, they don't have to do anything to the car. They just come in, stop, perform their pit stop, and off they go. You just need to come into the box. So there's no restrictions. These guys can pretty much run whatever settings they want. The only ones that are restricted are the ones that are in grey. That is Matthew Duffin, Nova, and Flemspeed. They do have pro pace, so they're much faster than the guys around here. But we have put ballast on their cars to kind of make it more fair, just due to the fact that they are unable to race their Thursday night. Because Matthew commentates for us tomorrow night, and Nova is unable to commit to Thursdays, as is Flemspeed 1. So they have now got those weight added on board. But they can pretty much run anything they like, any setup they like, and do whatever they like. Dean, meanwhile, after his pit stop, is still trying to find a way past MB Pitts, but can't seem to find a way through. There's a car off just ahead. That was GT Jimbo. He's had a moment. He's had some solid races recently, and he's just had mistake after mistake. As Fat Bloke comes into the pits, he has got major damage to the front end of his car. As Matthew Duffin and Nova still leading the way. Michelle still in third, but he's been hunted down by Flemspeed. He wants to get himself back in the top three. Ian Gray currently, Flemspeed in fourth, Winter in fifth. Sixth is Ian Gray, seventh is Nuclear Waste. Leon Fernie's done his stop, he's eighth. Nikita ninth, Richie in 10th, GT Jimbo 11th, DJ Phil in 12th, MB Pitts in 13th, Dean Wasaki, Normal Dean is in 14th. Micro J's in 15th, Raiden in 16th. Fat Bloke has gone green, but he's going to fall behind Joster and Playman. So he's going to fit down to 19th. Then the Cranky Duckhead in 20th, Dean Wasaki 21st, Tucker 22nd, MB Pitts 23rd, and John Goudet stealing fastest lap of the race and last overall. So that's paid off for him a little bit. Nova's brought that gap down back under a second. And the top guys are all working their way through. Flemspeed 1 on the back end of Michelle again. As Michelle was trying to hang in there on the podium. I don't know if he's had he must have had a podium this season. Excuse me. But Nova has brought that gap down. That's the thing to keep an eye on. Nova is back within 8 tenths. I'm just trying to find Michelle, see if he's actually had... Yeah, he has had a third. His best result was a second, actually, at Monza. So, Michelle looking good to finish the season on a high at the minute. Now, this is the problem that Matt and Nova are going to have. They've got lapped traffic coming up. We are going to do a Formula 1 race. We're going to do Qatar just for a fun event. And the lapped runners are now going to start playing into their hands. And Matt has already cleared one of Fat Bloke. Nova's now clearing him. But, yeah, it's all going to get dicey now towards the end of this race. So, Matt, does he choose to pit? There's quite a few cars in front of him. There's the Cranky Duckhead, and there's also Playman as well. As they all come into the Cheetah, what do they do? Matt bails to the pits, and Nova goes with him. Oh, Nova gets really close to the back end of Matthew Duff in there. They're both into the pits. Nova, one of the ones that were earlier on into the pits. Matt's right at the far end. Flemspeed come in with them. So undercutting them has not worked, but he's going to undercut Michelle. That should give him some clean air. Nova comes to a stop. Matt comes to a stop. Who's going to get the green first? It is Nova who's been dropped first. They both get going, and it is Matt off first. Off the limiter he goes. Is anyone coming down the main straight? No. So, oh, there is Dean Wasocki. Dean Wasocki stays very much out of the way. And Nova is up the inside of Dean Wasocki as well. And Dean Wasocki's hit him. Dean Wasocki has made contact with Nova. Dean, what are you doing? He has made contact once again with Nova. And Nova, possibly some rear end damage, but he is not going to be happy with Dean Wasocki. So we have three fun events coming up. Sadly, you can't be able to join one of them because it is the FBR versus SimPlay Racing one. But we do have a Formula 1 event in a few weeks' time. We're going to do Qatar. I believe we're going to do a sprint and a feature format. So make sure you sign up to the Discord if you want to be a part of that. Head over to SimGrid. That should be live as well when we get it all sorted. As will the Gran Turismo 7 fun event, which is the Nations Cup, where we randomly generate a country, and you'll be representing that country in a Toyota Corolla Gazoo car. As a Fat Bloke and the Cranky Duckhead, they're very close. 2 tenths between these, 3 tenths, sorry. And he's now on the back end of the Honda. Can he find a way through as he's in the slipstream? He's going to look to the inside. That was very late from Fat Bloke. And he's not quite able to... Oh, Cranky Duckhead's gone very, very wide. But Fat Bloke's going to try and keep it strong on the outside. Is he going to have the... Oh, they make contact. Fat Bloke goes off. So now Matt is in the pits. Matt's done his stop, Haas has Nova, so there's a 2-second gap between those two now. Flemspeed really didn't gain anything from that. He's actually lost more time. Michelle stayed out, so he should be able to keep the jump on Flemspeed 1. The break tends to be around 4 to 6 weeks, usually P. Williams, so it gives people time to test, try out different cars. We get a calendar sorted for circuits and the rules and everything that we're going to put in place. Then we have our fun events just to keep everybody interested on what's going on the channel. But yeah, we try different and new things. Meanwhile, DJ Phil is right on the back of Micro J's, and he is going to give him a hard time towards turn 1. Lamborghini not quite got the grunt on the Bentley. And a reminder as well, as we are talking about general chat of the admin, the channel, all that lot, head over, if you are in the Discord, head over to the feedback page on the Discord on the left hand side, and if you do want to see some changes, or you want to voice something to the channel so that we can look into, then please put your opinions in, put everything in so that you can get your say at the channel. At the end of the day, it is what you guys want from the channel, and we try our very, very best to give you all the best action here. Meanwhile, Fat Bloke is right on the rear wing of the Cranky Duckhead, and that was very, very cheeky from the Cranky Duckhead, pushing it right to the limit, and yeah, and he's still staying in front. And they're heading up towards the far end of the circuit, and Michelle's gone green. And Fat Blow's going to get the job done around the outside of Barbecue. Good job, good move there. After Cranky Dog had made him work really hard for that. Flem Speed has jumped Michelle, and that's a clear cross to the white line, which you're not meant to do. Admins at stewards would have to look at that one. But Matt seems to have got Nova covered with 18 minutes to go. It's all in Matt's hands now. GT Jimbo to the pits. Winter is in the pits. We're still waiting from MB Pits and Tucker. Tucker's in the pits, so MB Pits pretty much should come in now, which he is, and that'll be everyone getting their pit stops done. There's some great racing here. But Matt has extended that gap. Oh, Nova's made a mistake. He's run wide. He's run very wide. What a nights of racing we've had here. And like I said, it is not over yet. Tomorrow night, it is the pros. As you see, Speedball in the chat, it is down to him, myself, Overtaker, and Alex Powell. All four of us going for the championship in the pro category. And trust me, it's been lovely conditions here for the Pro-Ams. Knowing our luck in the pros, we will get the heavy rain, we will get the changeable conditions. We just do not know what's going to happen until race day comes around. You just wait and see. But let's see everybody getting themselves signed up for the final race of the season. And yeah, I see him Peaceful in the chat has taken a screenshot of in the Discord of he's got all the streams open. He's watching every angle, which is great to see. And Nova's still dropping back. He's not getting any closer. At the minute, we've got only 12 people confirmed for the pros. A lot of drivers missing, sadly. But it'll be down to the 12 drivers then. Hopefully we can get more people confirmed, but we are coming pretty much to the end of this pit window. Everyone's pretty much pitted as well. A majority reckon that Matt is going to win this championship. It is looking good for him at the minute. He's 3 seconds ahead of Nova. But it is Leon Fernie, Nikita, DJ Phil and Winter going at it at the minute. That's your closest fight at the minute. John Goudet still has fast lap of the race. So really, there's not really much going on. But there's this fight, Leon Fernie and Nikita. They're currently going at it. You can see Leon Fernie probably suffering from front-end damage on the McLaren. That car looks like it's had better days. And I think Michelle has put a lap on a car that's run wide. And that's the Cranky Duckhead running wide. Nova, though, he's not really got any answers at Matt at the minute. And it looks like his championship is slowly slipping away. As once again, the Cranky Duckhead going very wide and losing touch. Yes, that's nice to see, P. Williams, that you're making up the internet. My name's Dan Davis, by the way, and I bring you all the action for the Pro-Ams. There you go. There's a you'll see a little icon come up saying my name and all sorts. Matthew Duffin, who's currently leading at the minute, is a commentator for the pros, and yeah, Nova still trying to bring that gap down. He has brought it down a little bit. Maybe Matt's starting to get into a comfort zone. 2.5 ahead. As Micro J's and DJ... Oh, my God. Micro J's really pushing the limits there. DJ Phil really hunting him down. And I think we will end the poll there. Majority reckon that M. Duffin is going to win the title here tonight. It is all down to these two. There's a couple of cars off ahead of him. Who is that? That is Beady Boy. He's pulled over to one side, so he's staying out the way. But I will get also driver of the day set up. I think we'll do this early because we're going to have driver of the day and driver of the season. But Matt has looked very good here at Kyalami, and the BMW seems to be quite comfortable around here. And sadly, I would have put John Goudet, but due to the disconnection, he is unable to be in that list that I'm going to put up. Because that's based around the entire night. So, driver of the day, get your votes in, guys, because we'll then do driver of the season. But it's pretty much gone pretty stale. Oh no, was that a big moment? I said it went stale, but how he managed to save the final nail in the coffin. Gold livery, and is not looking like it's going to go the way of gold here tonight for Nova. He's put on a fantastic show this season. But I think it is slipping out of his hands. Flem Speed 1 has cleared Michelle. Michelle has dropped to 4th. Leon Fernie has dropped to 5th. Nikita 6th. Ian Gray in 7th. Nuclear Waste in 8th. Dean is still ahead of Winter, and that will pretty much seal the constructors. We will speak to Dean and Goudet if they get it done here tonight. And with just either one of them finishing, that is pretty much it done. And Dean is just trying to hold Winter back. He wants every single point he can get, but Winter has had a great run. GT Jimbo's back into the pits. So clearly he's had another incident or another moment as Winter goes around the outside. What a move. And Dean's like, you know what? I'm not fighting with that. You go through as Dean falls in behind. So Winter, a fantastic move right around the outside. Fat Bloke is now attacking Playman. He's looking to the inside. He's got his fellow FBR driver of MB Pits. Through into the left-hander they go. Playman under some pressure around the outside. Can Fat Bloke get the job done? Not quite. Oh, and there goes Playman's made a mistake, and MB Pits isn't very fast either, so these three all going at it for a little bit of a pride at the minute as Fat Bloke looking to go down the inside of Playman. Nope, he's not quite close enough. John Goulet still pumping around, pumping in some decent lap times. Dean Wasoki's gone ahead of GT Jimbo, so Jimbo has had a huge moment somewhere or damage because he's returned back to the pits. But we go back to this Fat Bloke MB Pits Playman fight, and I think MB Pits is just backing Playman into his fellow FBR driver. And is Fat Bloke going to get the job done, going down towards the Crocodile. Past the mine shaft, left-hander, and Playman keeps to his braking zone, and Fat Bloke not getting the job done. Goudet has actually made a place. He's gone ahead of Beady Boy. So that's actually more points for him, actually. So points means prizes. And Playman's going to look to the inside of MB Pits. Nearly makes contact with him. MB Pits goes wide. Fat Bloke goes wide. And they all come up short. And here we go. Drag race to turn 1. Goudet's in the background. Not sure what he's to do in this situation because he's not actually... He would unlap himself. What has happened there? Don't know what happened there. Decided to take me away from the fight, but it's Playman gets past MB Pits, and Fat Bloke's going to go around the outside of MB Playman, and he now makes a complete and utter swap. And Fat Bloke goes wide. Here comes Playman once again on the rear. John Goudet still sat behind there, not sure what to do. He's unlapping them, and he doesn't really want to get in the fight. And around the outside goes Playman, and that seems to be the move of the night. As Ian's in the chat, I haven't seen Ian in here in a while. Nice to see you in the chat, buddy. And it is Fat Bloke. He gets the job done. Is Playman still going to attack? Nope, he does not. And Goudet is now going to try and unlap himself. Some dramatic racing there. Awesome stuff. We've got 9 minutes left of this Pro-Am season. It has been 20 amazing rounds. It has been drama from start to finish. We started things off at Donington Park, the home of SimPlay Motorsport. And now we head things into Kyalami. We've had some dramatic weather. We've had some light issues at Monza because of the PlayStation and Xbox problems. We had disconnections. We had weather. We've had accidents. We've had drama. We've had night races. It has been absolutely chaotic. Got to go but I'll try and tune in for tomorrow night. Thank you very much. It's been awesome for you to have you in the chat. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, but it's nice to see you in the chat. And all of us FBR lads tonight will also be running the same team livery as tonight. As Sully as well, yeah, our little series is going to be starting as Goudet looks to the inside but can't quite get the job done there. But this is pretty much the end of the season coming up now. Matt has got a lovely gap of 5 seconds over Nova. Nova just had no answer here at Kyalami, but it has been a dramatic season nonetheless. There's been tantrums, there's been friendships, there's been fantastic strategy, there's been some awesome racing, but it has come right down to this. The vote has gone. Guys, come on, get your votes in for driver of the day, because I will not be doing this again. I will be doing driver of the season. So as you're watching, please get your votes in a driver of the day and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so. Head down into the description below as well to head into our description, to be to see our fantastic sponsors, Bozzy Designs, Design Manchester, and also Audio Sport. So please give them a follow, a like, and subscribe as well. Matt's giving the flash to Goudet to say thank you, and I think Nova's lost even more time. It was 4.5, it's now 5.2, so it is slipping out of Nova's hands. Cranky Duckhead's facing the wrong way. And he has got going again. So drama over. Flem Speed Championship has gone. Old man. Okay. Nice to see you in the chat, old man. And I hope you enjoyed the racing, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. But thank you for joining the channel, and if you liked and subscribed, you can see all the action, and hit that bell so you don't miss a single race here. We've got some awesome fun events in the meantime when we get back underway for season 5, and I believe FBR will be coming back stronger than ever. So make sure you tune in for that. But Matt on his way to possibly another title to his name. Can I get a high yeah to round that series? For you, Emo Guy, right at the end of the season, right at the end, I will give you a high yeah just for you if you stick around. I'll tell you what, if we can get this stream to 20 likes, I will do a high yeah at the end of the race. So we need 6 more likes, and I will do a high yeah right at the end. But Matt, 4.7 now. Nova's gained a little bit of time, but that's probably due to the traffic. There's not really much going on at the minute. Matt's been clearing traffic, so yeah, that has come to it. I mean, this man has really put the pressure on the guys around him. He knows what he has to do to win a championship, and he looks like he's on track to do another one, as long as no one gets in his way, and as long as he doesn't have any contact with any other cars. I don't see why that is not possible. Cranky Duckhead has gone off. So yeah, it's been a fantastic season nonetheless. I'm just trying to think of guys in the chat, if you have been watching all season, what has been your standout night? What has been the moment that, you know, this season that has really, you know, stood out for you? Because this has been an epic season. It's been awesome to see the transformation between PlayStation to Xbox. It's been awesome to see new drivers, new liveries, new partnerships, new everything. So in the chat, let's hear your favorite moment this season in the Pro-Am category, and in general, if you want as well, what has been your moment of the season? Nikita's back on Leon Fernie once again. I'm just keeping an eye on those likes. We've got three more likes, and I'll do a high yeah right at the end of the stream, just for all you lovely people. And I said, this is what I love about this channel. We're all here supporting one another. We're all here being in the moment for the final of the Pro-Am category, and what a night it has been. Ian Gray still under some immense pressure from Winter, which has caused him to make a mistake and run wide. So now they're going to go side by side, going down towards turn 1. BMW versus BMW. John Goudet still fastest lap to his name. And down towards turn 1 they go. Winter down the inside. Job done for him. Or has he gone a little bit too wide? Matthew Duffin has got driver of the day, voted by you guys, but I will now do a driver of the season. Make sure you also, I will be setting up a Google Sheets for everyone to put in the chat who they most improved, so on and so forth. So driver of the season, we're obviously going to do the top 4. But it's been a fantastic season nonetheless. I will let this one go on for a while. But it's been a dramatic season. It's been an awesome season. And I can't wait to get us back live again, racing around SimPlay Motorsport. Like I said, there's some very exciting events coming up. I will be doing the commentating for the Formula 1. So I'll be doing that. But it is Matthew Duffin still leading the way. Nikita still putting pressure on Leon Fernie. DJ Phil's on the back of Dean. He's still in the top 10. Highlight for me this season, me flashing you at Monza. Lol. Yeah, that frustrated me, because normally when someone flashes at me, aka Matt, he's frustrated and annoyed at me. But yeah, no, I mean, you put up a great defense, to be fair, Williams, and I thoroughly enjoyed that fight. It was a good fight. That's why I was confused why you were flashing me. But yeah, it was good to enjoy. But yeah, the moment of Pro-Am, I mean, you've pretty much been here for most of the season. I'm going to have to give it to Gude going around the outside of Nova into that right-hander was fantastic. Matt at the start of the season was very dominant in the Donington wet conditions. He's very good at Donington, you know, so it should, you know, favoured him. DJ Ville has been an outstanding driver in the wet. Great to see as well. John Gude pulling out a fantastic race win at Spa after he lost it in, I believe it was Orton Park. No, not Orton Park. I believe Zolder. That's it. He lost the win at Zolder. But yeah. FBR boys coming in. It's been fantastic to see these guys. Flem Speed 1 pretty much running the ballast all season. He dominated at Nürburgring with his old teammate Storsen. There's been so many great moments this season, but it has been all about the top 4. It's been about Duffin and Nova. Yeah, it's a good highlight. I think most of the ones that I've just pretty much run off my head are those as well. So yeah, it has been fantastic. And props to Nova. He joined this season, barely done any laps. He's still fairly new to the game, and he's got hold of it pretty quickly, and then started lapping in the pro pace. And obviously we had to restrict him due to the pace that he was doing. He would have run away with it, and I think it was the right thing to do. He has taken it right to the very end, which we thought he would, and it's been awesome to see. Leon Fernie's actually lost out to Nikita, but it is going to be for, I don't actually know how many times now. I think it's a 4th time. I think he's going to be a 4th-time champion, maybe a 5-time. I don't know. We'll have to ask Matt, as there is rain coming now, as it's starting to rain right at the end as the track goes to fast. But he takes 2 wins. He's not going to make it a Grand Slam. He got close to a Grand Slam. But Matthew Duffin enters the final corner and exits the final corner and is a Pro-Am champion once again. Matthew Duffin wins the race and wins the championship. Nova will finish second in the championship. It is then going to be Flem Speed 1 finishing in the top 3. John Gude crosses the line, fastest lap of the race, and wins the Constructors as well. Flem Speed 1 is going to come home in 3rd. Congratulations to him. Michelle is going to come home for P4. Congratulations to him. He's had a great run tonight, as Nikita is going to just hang in there for P5. He gives the line, P5 for Nikita. Leon Fernie will finish in 6th. Winter is going to finish in 7th. Are they doing some donuts? Gude is doing, and Matt is doing. He's not very good at donuts, Matt, but he's giving it his best shot. But they're all doing donuts, which is nice to see. Fat Bloke finishes in 17th and 16th as MB Pits as well. Playman's 18th. Winter crosses the line in 7th. Gray crosses the line in 8th. That looks like That is Nuclear Waste in 9th. Dean and DJ Phil are still going at it. Cranky Duckhead comes across the line. And Dean finishes in 10th. DJ Phil 11th. Micro Jason 12th. PN Motorsport will finish in 13th. Richie is going to finish in 14th. Loster is going to finish in 15th. As Dean Wasocki and Tucker are going to the line, and Tucker gets Dean at the end, and it is Richie who's going to finish in 14th and Loster in that 15th place position. But it is Matthew Duffin is your champion, and they're all parked up at turn 1. Probably doing some donuts, doing some celebratory show at the end. Peaceful in the chat. Great race, guys. Well done, Matt. Great season, consistent, spent most of it at the top with full ballast and restrict. Definitely indeed. Guys, keep voting who you think is yeah. Get your votes in on who you think was driver of the season. I'll obviously say my opinions on driver of the day and driver of the season, but that is pretty much that. That is Pro-Am done here tonight, as the points are now just being put into the tables. And that is that, as I will start to get the boys in one by one. So I will start, if I can, probably with the Constructors champions. Give me a moment.
Green light, go, go, go.
Where is Hypertech? I'm starting to get all the guys into the party as quickly as I can. There he is. We will start with your Constructors champions first. But what a season it's been. I will quickly run through the championship standings as it is right now. It has been a fantastic and dramatic season all season long, but it is Matthew Duffin, your champion here for season 4 in the Pro-Am category. Nova in 2nd. Flem Speed finished 3rd with John Goudet in 4th. Michelle in 5th. After a great final end to the season there as well, he keeps his top 5 position with Ian Gray in 6th, B. Craig 7th, 8th is Nikita, 9th was Dean, Max Mulder 10th, Tucker 11th, DJ Phil 12th, Winter 13th, Davis in 14th, Micro J's 15th, GT Jimbo 16th, Fernie 17th, 18th, Raiden 19th, Playman, Fat Bloke in 20th, Dean Wasocki 21st, Richie 22nd, Josa in 23rd, Cranky Dog 24th, MB Pitts 25th, Stawson 26th, John Andrews 27th, John's 28th, Beady Boy 29th, Nuclear Waste 30th, Evans 31st, Michael 32nd, Colin 33rd, Allsbrook in 34th, Peterson, and Finesse rounds out the drivers. Teams, Greasy Bandits Racing has made it Constructors champions this season, and I will speak to those guys in a moment. Second, Jaeger Motorsport finished in 2nd, FS Racing in P3, Bullet Bandits in P4, Team Merlot in P5, Team Audio Sport in P6, Team Richie Corsa P7, Iceni Motorsport P8, P9 is BT Jaeger Racing, Team FBI in 10th, and 11th is Red Dragon Racing. I will not do the manufacturers tonight because that is still all to play for on Pro Night, but McLaren are champions. And let's start things off with the Constructors champions. And that is John Goudet and Dean Greasy Bandits have made it champions. Boys, how does that feel?
Oh, yeah, feels good. Considering the issues.
Dean.
It wasn't a smooth race, the second race.
No, definitely not. I mean, we were discussing just before we went live, the only way that really Matt and Dean had a chance of giving you a fight is you get disconnected.
Yeah, we disappeared for the night. Yeah, that almost happened. That almost happened.
Yeah, we lost John briefly, but guys, it's all been about the Constructors this season. Dean, at times you've been struggling, but you have been there. You've been the better Dean. You've won the Dean fight, and I think that's where the championship's really been, hasn't it?
Yeah, going into the season, this is my first ever season doing any kind of sim racing, so it was always just to play second fiddle really to John and try to help him out and you know, be there and try to score as many points as I could. just to support him really. So that was my job. And, yeah, I'm quite happy.
And what a fantastic job you have done. Your first real racing event, your first championship, and you're a champion in the constructors.
Yeah, I certainly am. Yeah.
Well, you have definitely improved. I've definitely seen it from race 1 all the way to now. So again, congratulations on the constructors team.
Thank you very much.
John, you're the head man. You're the head honcho, and a couple of seasons racing here at SimPlay, and you've got a championship to your name.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. All I've tried to do, like, I've had loads of people message me over the last 2 seasons, like, that you need to start pushing, and I said in Discord a couple of days ago that sorry to everyone that has tried to give me pointers and all that, which I've taken on. I'm not saying I discarded them, but I prefer to do it like in my own time and my own way. It feels more of an achievement if I do it my way than trying to follow other people's. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, 3rd season with you guys, and yeah, I knew I had the pace there, and even going into this season, Dean was like, look, in the Ferrari, I was quick, but I wasn't consistent. So it was a toss-up between the AMG or the Ferrari. And Dean was like, look, go with the AMG because you seem more consistent with that.
Yeah.
So obviously I took that gamble and done it. And to be fair, he done a good call. And that's what a teammate's for, do you know what I mean? To give you little pointers like that. I mean, setting up wise, Dean's massively above me on that. He helps me out a lot with the setups and what strategy to do, and I try it. And obviously now we've got Clouden on board. He's a massive help to me and Dean. Do you know what I mean? So I can't take away the help that he's given us as well. So all props to Clouden as well.
Well, nonetheless, boys, you are Constructors champion, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Cheers.
There you go, guys. Greasy Bandits Racing are your current Constructors champions for Season 4. And now we speak to the drivers, and Nova, you've been chasing all season long. You came into the final race as leader, running gold as well, but it just slipped out your fingers tonight. It just didn't work in your favour. You've been fantastic all season and awesome to watch, but you've got to be disappointed to lose it just at the end.
I'm not disappointed to lose it because I lost it to someone who's very experienced in the race, and it's my first season, so I'm pretty happy where I've come, to be honest. And me and Matt's had some great battles, and Flem as well, so no, credit to Matt. He did what he had to do. The gold was never about winning. I said it last time. It was just I wanted to change. Both races, I got taken out by a certain someone in both races, the same person, which kind of ruined my race. So maybe another day it would have been a different result, but no, congrats to Matt. It was a great fight and he deserves to win. And I said it in Discord as well, whoever wins deserves it. So I'm just chuffed that I've come second in my first season, so let's see where it takes me from there.
I mean, to be fair, you're a very respectful loser in that sense. It's nice to hear the respect, and you're able to say, look, well done, Matt, congratulations. The big question that I want to know is, you're in the top 5.
Yeah.
Are you going to race pro?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I need to sort some stuff out at home, but yeah, it should be fine. I'm going to go pro. I think it's time for certain other people, one of them in this chat as well, to, as he said, do it as his speed, but I think he should step up and win it next year. He's one of the constructors. He needs to go for it. So if I'm here, it ain't going to happen because I'll be winning. So pro it is.
Well, you're going to step up to the big boys. A quick, if you can, remember what's been your highlight of the season?
I don't. Every race, to be honest, it's just been absolutely fun all the way through, the highs, the lows. I couldn't really put it on one thing. I just think I'm in a great league run by great people. It's fun. Everyone's like, passionate about it. It's been a great season all along. I couldn't put it on one thing. It's just been fun all the way along.
That is very nice to hear, and thank you, Nova, for the nice words. We do, like I said, try and put on the best show we can. But this season it wasn't meant to be, but you'd still finish
maybe
second.
next.
You have lost to a pro champion, so you can't really complain at that.
No, as I said, Matt did what he had to do, and you can't fault him. He'd put on a good drive today. You know, I was catching him in the second one, catching, and then we both pitted, and that's where it all went downhill for me from there. So sorry, we couldn't put on a amazing finale, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy for you two.
You definitely did put on a fantastic finale. All four of you have. So, but again, a massive thank you to all four of you. It's been an awesome season, and well done to everyone who's been a part of it. But Nova, best of luck in Pro next season. I'm looking forward to maybe sharing a circuit with you. So we'll see what happens.
That's fun. Thank you.
And we do move on to your Pro Am champion once again, Matt. You felt like this season it was against you at times, but let's be honest, you've been running full restrictor, you've been running full ballast for most of the season, and you've come out on top again.
Yeah. I just want to hats off to Nova. He's got unlucky tonight. But great race, honestly. Thank God that one's over, to be honest with you.
I forgot how many championships are now?
It's 5 now.
That is 5. So 2 away from myself. But you've got to be happy though. This season has been really tough for you. You have had to run the restrictor. You have to run the ballast. Later on in the season, both Nova and Flem had this ballast put on, which evened everything out again. It's not been the easiest of seasons, but I think it's planned out very well as a perspective point of view. But has this been your hardest season yet?
It's up there with the Pro one. Massively up with the Pro and the F1 one. The restriction of the ballast did exactly what we set it out to do. It did exactly what it did. It brought Nova into the game, it brought Flem into the game. Flem obviously running no restrictor. Nova then gets the ballast of 20 kilos, pulled him back. It meant the fighting was good. We all get them chased to 40 kilograms. And the last 3 weeks have just been epic. It's ebbed and flowed between me and Nova, and Flem's been right on our tails as well. So it's been great racing.
It has indeed. Obviously, I do have to mention the Constructors. Commiserations on that. You have lost out to the Greasy Bandit boys, but like you said, you have been purely focused on the drivers. But maybe next season you can come back for Constructors, possibly in the Pro.
Well, you know, I don't know if he's watching, but you know, somebody's possibly licking his lips at the return of Eager Motorsport. We'll see what happens. See who's doing what in the driving market. But no, look, we'll see. But no, hats off to Dean and John. They've done the job that me and Dean couldn't do. It's been tough. It's been really tough. I tried to take on a bit of a challenge and take on a bit of a, you know, help one of the lower guys down to the front. It hasn't worked. So very quick, you know, last week it was pretty much, you know, Kyalami, Constructors was lost. Sorry, going into Kyalami, Constructors was lost. Focus fully on the drivers. It needed, like we said, 2 disconnections. Not gonna lie, when I heard on stream that John had gone, sort of praying for that terrible Cornish weather that we get for Dean to go.
We was getting updated by Cloud, and don't worry.
They would have been against us sent to him, that would have been sure.
Obviously, like I said, lost of the championship in the Constructors, but you will possibly make a return. Obviously, we're hoping to get a commentator for the Pro night, so you could see me and Matt sharing a circuit once again, and you know for a fact that no other driver is going to have any issues with us two, because we were too busy fighting each other. But we will see what happens. I might have to take a sabbatical. I don't know yet. But nonetheless, Matt, I mean, quickly, you're the highlight of the season?
These last 3 weeks. These last 3 races with me, Nova and Flem running the same ballast and same, you know, equal sort of performance car. It was down to driver and setup of that car. On that day, who put it? I managed to do Suzuka. Flem did Suzuka. Nova did Spa, and I managed to do tonight. So, yeah, great battle. Respect to John and Dean. Well done to them. Well done, John, in the drivers. Massive shout out to Flem for 3rd. He's been great all season. And Nova, you know, cannot say enough about Nova. He said after Donington he was going to catch me, and he did. So hats off to that man. You know, his first season, great drive for him, fantastic for him. Really pleased to see new drivers come in and you know, and improve. And it's just been great. And I think you said it, Dan. you know, the performance of Dean, who won the Constructors, has got better. Nova's just got better. Flem's got better. It's nice to see these drivers come in, new drivers, improve. It's fantastic. So, yeah, great season. Yeah, one more to go this week. Your turn next.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know, it's nice to think that, you know, but I've got 7. I might, you know, do a bit of charity work and let Mike have 1 for once. But who knows? But nonetheless, Matt, you've been a fantastic driver all season, and congratulations on the title once again. You've taken Pro-Am champion back up to your hands after I was there last season.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, well done, Matt.
And that is pretty much it for the Pro-Am boys. That is everything done and dusted. Matt is your champion, and Greasy Bandits Racing, that's the one, your Constructors champion as well. It's been an awesome season. Matt did get driver of the day, and he's also got driver of the season. I'm actually going to give my driver of the day to John Goudet, and I'm going to give my driver of the season to Nova. He's been a fantastic driver. I know what Matt is capable of, even in a restricted car, but the fact that Nova came in and really gave him a hard time really showed how much he has improved this season. So it's been fantastic to see, but a fantastic job all the way around. The drivers having been improving from start to end, and it's been awesome to watch the progression. We're possibly looking at maybe top 5 or 7, maybe 7. We'll have a discussion in the admin team about it, but possibly top 5 will be promoted up into Pro, while the bottom 5 will be demoted into Pro-Am. So far, John might have to be looking to try and find some time off to get himself into Thursday nights, and Matt will be back in there. Nova's got to sort his calendar out as well, but we could see all those guys up in the Pro. Should be interesting to see nonetheless. But one more night to go. Pros hit the track tomorrow night. It is down to 4 once again. It is Overtaker in 4th, with Alex Powell sitting in 3rd, myself in 2nd, and Mike Matthews leading into the final race this season. Would you believe it? Mike Matthews leading the championship in the final round of the season. Interesting. And that's what the amazing seasons bring. It is going to be the last race of the season. Kyalami. Are we going to get the horrible weather? More than likely. Am I going to mess up? More than likely. But make sure you tune in tomorrow night, because it's going to be awesome to see. Matthew Duffin will bring you the action with PM Motorsport as well as we get to the final round of the season. And make sure you head over to the Discord, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss anything here at SimPlay Motorsport. Keep an eye out for news about fun events. We've got obviously the SimPlay Racing versus FBR boys. So we'll be getting our team together. The FBR boys will be sorting their team out. And then it's going to be the F1 event at Qatar, that's the one, and it is going to be a sprint and a feature format, and obviously the one that we all love to see, it is the GT7 Gran Turismo 7 back once again for the Nations Cup in the Toyota Corolla. It's going to be an interesting race nonetheless. It's going to be funny, it's going to be great, and if you do want to be a part of it, then head over to our Discord and SimGrid as well, and also keep an eye out for when our new season comes out, season 5. But from myself, from all the Pro-Am boys, it's been a hi, and I look forward to seeing you all on track tomorrow, and best of luck to all the drivers in there. And once again, congratulations to Matthew Duffin on Pro-Am champion, and congratulations to Greasy Bandits for Constructors. But from everyone here, it is a good night from the Pro-Ams.